Welcome to another tutorial from More ICT. Today we're going to show you how to make a fun Pac Man game in Windows Form using C# inside of Visual Studio. Okay, so if we are to run this game, let's just take a look at a quick preview. So this is the game that we're making. In this game, if you touch the wall, then the game is over. So you can collect coins. We have a coin counter. Also, you're able to teleport between the two sides of it, and it also works from up and down as well. So if I go here, before the ghost gets me, okay, so I can teleport back and forth. Obviously we have a score counter, and of course if you touch the wall, the game is over, and you can press enter to restart. If you touch the ghost, the game also is over. And the final bit of the game is once you have collected all of the coins, you win the game. So we are going to be following the tutorial from More ICT. Let me just show you that quickly. This is the tutorial that we're following from More ICT. You can download the pictures for the Pac Man game right from here. You can obviously go to the URL. It'll be in the descriptions of this video. The pictures are these right here. So you got the left, right, up and down for the Pac Man. You got the three ghosts, and then you have the coin gif, which is a animated gif, right? So the Pac Man, pretty much all of the images here are animated gifs. So basically they just animate between certain frames. If I show you quickly, so if you look at each of the ghosts, the coins, so the Pac Man animates in all four directions, right? So the ghosts are animating as well. They just have the squiggly lines underneath them, and then they have the eyes movement on there. So let's go start a new project in Visual Studio. Okay, Windows Form is fine. Name this one Pac Man game, More ICT, and click create. Just move the old project out of the way. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the size of the form to 700 by 600. That will be the canvas that we make the game in. So let's add a title, say Pac Man game. That's a PC game. Okay, Pac Man game there. Okay, let's change the back color to black. Okay, right. So from inside the toolbox, let's drag and drop a label to the top corner. So right now we can't read anything because the fore color and the back color are both the same. So change the color here to white so we can read the text. Make it slightly bigger, so 14 bold should be fine. Actually make it a 12 bold. Okay. Alright, in the text portion, just type in score : 0. So this should be able to show us the score for him. So if I just press back a little bit with the arrow keys, I should be able to position it right at the top, so that way it's not taking up any padding spaces on there. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to put some picture boxes up. So let's put the walls up first. Okay, so let's make a wall here. I'm just going to control and then drag that over here like this. Highlight both of them, control and drag this one down here. So if I hold shift and control all of them, so I have all of them selected, I can change the back color of them to blue. Just type that in here actually. Okay, and then inside the tag, type in wall. Okay, so all four of them are tagged as wall. Okay, so let's drag and drop another picture box on here. Okay, first thing we're going to change is the size. So the size is going to be 45. These are going to be the ghosts of the game, right? So let's make one, and then we can change it over. We're also going to change the size mode to stretch image here. Add a tag to say ghost. We'll name them in a minute after we go all three of them. So let's just right click, choose image, properties, Okay, go to the PAC MAN folder where you got all the pictures downloaded and extracted from. So if we just extract, select all of them and click on open, we should be able to import all. So let's say this is our first one, this is the red guy. Okay, so if you click OK, see it fits in perfectly in there. So just type in here red ghost as the name. Because if I hold control and just drag it twice, like so, we'll make 2 copies of the picture box. This one's going to be the yellow ghost, and this one's going to be the pink ghost. Okay, so yellow ghost, choose image, and then of course you get the pink ghost, pink guy. Yeah. Okay. So the red guy, I'm going to position the red guy here. The yellow guy should get positioned here, and pink is going to be bouncing around everywhere, so it can be in the middle right there. Okay, so then lastly, we're going to need a picture box for the PAC MAN. Okay, so let's say name the picture box PAC MAN. Size is going to be 55 by 55, so it's a nice circular symmetrical image. So let's just go and select the one that says right, so it's facing that way. Okay, size mode, go to stretch image. Okay, so let's put that, let's say that is the default location of where the game is going to start from, right? Okay, now it's time for the coin. So we need another picture box. So the coins, the size is going to be 25 by 25. Let's give it a tag of coin, to give it a name or anything like that. So you can also add the image directly from the properties window. So there's a property called image on here. You can simply click on that and then just choose the coin. So see, it's a rotating coin GIF. And then size mode to make sure you change the size mode to stretch image. Okay, so with that all set up, we need to copy and paste this bunch of times. So let's Control C, Control V a few times, and then we can start just put it where you see it fit. So usually just put a few here, then I can drag these, just hold control and then you can start dragging them over. Okay, I can make it space it out a little bit better. Select them again, then drag them down here, hold control, drag them over here, drag them over here like so. I can select all of these and drag some here and then bring some here as well. Okay, so at the moment we have got quite a lot of coins. I think we can put a few there just to make it look better. Okay. Alright, that's a lot more coin, but it's okay. It looks better. Alright then, so with all the coins put in, so just drag and drop a bunch of them. So as long as you highlight it and then hold the control button, you can, add more of the same. Okay, let's save it, and then I'm going to go and add the last bit that we need. It's a timer. Okay, so drag and drop the timer. Let's name this one game timer. Set the interval to 20. We can leave the enable to false for now, that's okay. So even if you start the game now, it should start looking a little bit better. Because these are GIFs, they're going to automatically start playing inside of Windows Form. Okay, that's one of the plus points of using Windows Form for game development, because a lot of times you can just use pre-animated GIFs instead of sprites and stuff like that. Okay, so that's looking good. Now we got a few things to do. So first is let's add our key down and key up event. So click on the little lightning bolt icon there. Let's go find, while the form is selected, so make sure it's just the form, not one of the picture boxes. So keys, just type in here, key is down. Okay, press enter, and then let's go and click on key is up inside the key up function. Let's add an event to the timer. Say main game timer. Okay, so these are the 3 events that we're going to need for this game. We're going to need 2 more functions. So one's going to be private void reset game. Right, so it just resets everything back to the default. Okay, and then another one is going to be private void game over. Okay, inside of this function we're going to accept a message, so we can show a message whether you win or you lose. So let's just take that from here. Okay, I think I forgot to name this one. Yes, I did. Alright, so I'll just name this one txt school, so I know when to basically send the messages out. Okay, so let's start on adding the variables for this game. So we're going to need a few booleans. We're going to declare all of them in one line because by default they're all set to false anyway, so we can just use that. So let's go in, you go up, go down, go left, go right, and is game over in camel places. Okay, we're going to need a few ints. We're going to do the same thing for the ints as well. Score, player speed, red goes speed, yellow, yellow goes speed. Because red and yellow ghosts are just going to go back and forth, so we can have one speed for this. Because the pink ghost is going to go up, down, left and right, we're going to need to do a x and y value for that as well. Right, so let's just go ahead and say pink ghost x and then pink ghost y. Okay, so this is a short-handed way of doing all the variables. You can do it line by line as well, but because we have a reset function and we're going to set all the values for the integers inside of that anyway, so it doesn't make sense to put it right here. Okay, so right under here, let's go and say reset game. So as soon as the form loads, we're gonna set the game first. Okay, so let's go and reset the game here. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the score. So this should just show this at the beginning. Set score to 0. Red goes speed 5. Speed equals 5. Okay, so that's gonna be, we just leave it at that for now, and then we can change it up afterwards if you need to. Also saying is game over equals to false. Okay, so now let's just go and figure out the position where we want things to be right in the beginning. So if you click on the PAC MAN image there, we should be able to get the location. So the location is 31, X and 46. So left equals 31, X 46. Okay, so whatever the PAC MAN is when the game ended, let's say, it's going to come back and reset here. So let's move the red ghost over here. Let's move this guy over here. It's just guarding the treasure. Okay, so let's go and find the location for this. So X is 208 and then 55. So okay, let's go find the yellow ghost. So yellow ghost is 448 and then 445. ghost. Okay, so 525 and 235. 525, and then pink ghost up top, going to be 235. Okay, so I think here we have, so set up, we also need to start the game timer, so that would be important. Okay, right, so as you can see that we haven't actually told the game what to do with the coins just yet, because we're going to get to that slightly later on. Instead of removing the coins from the game, what we're going to do is, as soon as the Pac-Man touches it, we're going to make it invisible, because there's so many different locations for the game. Instead of coding it to put into these places, what we're going to do is, as soon as the Pac-Man character touches any of the coins, we're just going to hide it, but we're not going to change it in the location, right? So, and then inside the reset function, we're going to run a for each loop, that's going to scan through all of the elements, and then it's going to make it visible. So actually, let's do that now. So let's say Control X. Okay. So if X is picture box, then we're just going to say X visible equals true. Okay, so we're just going to go through all of the picture boxes in the scene, and then just change it to true. Okay, so the way it's going to work is, let's say for example, if I go back here and then say these ones here, right? So there is a option on inside the properties that we can change the visibility of certain things to false, right? So these ones here should be false, as you can see there. Okay, so but if I run the game, see they're still coming up, because it's the for loop has gone through and it checked all of them, and it found these ones to be false, but then it changed them all to true anyway. Okay, so if I didn't run this, and then if I just commented it out and then run the program, so see these ones don't show up here. Okay, so if I just uncomment these for now, then it's just gonna go back and it's just gonna go find those that, okay, hold on a second, these ones are invisible, set them back to visible. Okay, so that's that for the reset function. We don't have to do anything else, we're already running it there as well. If these ones come up with that underline, don't worry about it just yet, because we have used them by just saying that, you know, it has got value, it's assigned, but it's never being used, but you know, it's going to get used plenty in a minute. Okay, so let's do the key down. So the last few games that we have done, we move the character primarily between left and right. So this one here, we're going to move the character from all four directions. So let's take a look at how to do that. So say so let's say the up key is pressed, let's say go up equals true. Okay. Left, left is going to be equals to true. Then of course fill E. Keys dot right. Okay, so now that we have this set, I can just copy and paste those and put them into the key up function, and as soon as the keys are released, we're going to change them to false. Okay, alright, so that's it for the key down and key up function. So once the keys are pressed, we're going to set these set booleans to true, right? And then once the keys are released, we're going to set them all back to false again. So we're just going to be listening for up, down, left, right keys. Okay, so that's that for the key up and key down function. Alright, let's get started on the main timer now. Okay, so first thing first is the txt score. So let's just say score equals score. Alright, so that's just going to update the score on the label. So let's just say, for example, if left, did we set the player speed here anyway? Oh, forgot the player speed actually. Okay, just add that player speed here inside the reset function, because I kind of forgot that too. So we got the player speed and score and everything else. Okay, so let's go ahead and say nope, PAC MAN dot left is going to be minus equals player speed, and also we're going to be assigning the PAC MAN image to the sources dot left. Okay, so once this boolean becomes true, so once the go left boolean becomes true, we are going to be setting pacman dot left, so that position is going to be pulling the pacman icon towards the left of the scene, so it's going to deduct it from the current position, and then we're going to be changing the image to the left image. Okay, let's do the right. Okay, then pacman dot left, we're going to add towards the plus equals, right? So pacman dot left plus equals plus speed, and then change the image to the right one. Okay, that's fine. So if so pacman dot top is going to be plus equals player speed, and then so it's going to face down, and obviously if go up is equals true, pacman dot top is going to be minus equals player speed, image is equals to. Okay, so these are the four things that we have at the moment. So if I run the game now, let's see if the movement actually works. So see, I can move the pacman. Only problem with the Windows form is that whenever you're animating, the GIF won't play when the object is actually moving. So that is a small compromise to make. So we've got our pacman moving. Actually, at the moment we don't have any way to calculate the score or to check for the hit with the wall, the ghost, or the coins. Okay, not a problem. Right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the teleportation effect. So whenever we leave from either this side or this side, we want to be able to teleport to the other side. Okay, so let's go and do a few more if statements. So if left is less than minus 10, so if it's gone far into the left, so we're going to reset that back to 680. So if it's gone, okay, if the left is greater than 680 now, okay, then we're going to say minus 10. Right, so this is just calculating the left and the right boundary position. So if I go here, I can show you what I mean. So if I go there, so see, as soon as I leave that part at a, if it's greater than minus 10 from this side, then it just moves the picture box to this side here. And if I'm greater than 680 pixels, then it'll just move it back here. Okay, gives you a little bit of a portal effect. Pretty cool. Right, let's deal with the up and down bit now. So if, let's say for example, pacman.top is less than -10, so 550, greater than 550, then we're going to move pacman.top to 0. Okay, so that's for the up and down, and this is for the left and right. Okay, let's run it again and let's find out. So see, now I can easily go and teleport from anywhere in the form. Okay, nice. Alright, so first thing first I want to do is I want to run a for each loop for all of the picture boxes and identify them using the tags. So we'll identify the coins first, and then we'll be able to calculate how many coins we have on the scene and what's the threshold that we need in order to win this game. Okay, so let's go and run a for each loop first. Control X in this dot controls. So it's just going to loop through all of the controls in the form using the X variable. Okay, now we're going to do a one big one. So say if X is picture box, because we're going to be only checking for picture boxes, so we can just do everything in here. So of course we're going to check here. So let's say string is equals let's say coin, right? So that's what we're after right now. Okay, so if it's a coin, so the theory behind this is going to be we only want to be able to catch a coin, right, that is visible. Okay, so let me just show you what happens when we don't do that. So let's just say for example, if say pacman.bounds, so this is the way we're going to interact with the coin, right? So say the bounds, right? So in this case, let's say for example, as soon as you touch a coin, we want to increase that score by 1, right? Let's say we also want to make the coin invisible, so coin invisible equals false. So this is only going to be doing it for the coins, so only with the picture boxes that has a tag of coin, right? So here's a, this is in theory, but only problem with this is that as soon as you hit a picture box, although it's invisible, do you see how much score that's going through, right? Because even though it's invisible, it's not disabled, right? So the problem here is that we only want that score to be increasing by 1, right? So long as you're hitting it, so although we can't see the coin, the bounds are still touching, right? So as long as the bounds are still touching, you're still going to be getting a lot of points, but we only want the point to be increasing by 1. Okay, so how do we do that? So here's the interesting way to figure out the problem is that we can say and, right, we want the X visible to be true. So we want something to have a tag of coin and it needs to be visible. Okay, if both of these conditions are true and you're touching it, right, then we increase it by 1, and then we set that particular one that we touched, that one's property visible to false. So if you do that now, let's see, I touch it and then I'm still there, but it only counts that point as 1. Okay, so I can go and collect, I'm still going to be roaming around there, but it's not adding anything to my points. Okay, so I can collect all of them. Okay, so we got 46 coins altogether, and this was another way for me to actually know how many coins we had on the scene, because I kind of lost count. Okay, so we got 46 coins altogether, right? But at the moment we're only incrementing the points by 1 because we put 2 different conditions into the if statements. so under the if for each loop here, before I forget the number, so if score is equals 46, we're gonna we'll run the game over at some point a little bit later on. Okay, so still inside the for each loop, we're going to be inside that if statement there, we're going to be making another one that's going to be checking for other tags. Okay, so say for example string, let's look for walls now, equals wall. Okay, and if in this case if Pac Man touches the wall, we want the game to be over as well. Okay, so Pac Man bounds to intersect with extra bounds, right? So and then this case is just run game over here. Okay, and also we're gonna check for ghosts. So if so if string extra tag is a ghost, and then if just with, then obviously we're gonna have to run the game over here again. So far so good. So let's just get rid of some of the empty spaces here. We're gonna start moving the ghosts. So let's move the red ghost first. So red ghost down left is going to be plus equals red ghost speed. Okay, and red ghost is going to be bumping between these two picture boxes here. So let's just go here in the picture box 1 and 2, right? So we don't have to change the names of it. So we can say red ghost of bounds. So just going to check it with the picture box 1.bounds, or we can do the exact same line again and check it with picture box 2.bounds, right? So if that happens, we're going to reverse this speed. So we can say red ghost speed equals minus red ghost speed. Okay, so let's just see how that works out for us. Should move that way. As soon as it hits, comes back here. Okay, so okay, I can still go count. Okay, coins are still working. One the ghost working. So let's go. Okay, the yellow ghost now. So yellow ghost dot left is going to be minus equals yellow ghost speed, right? So if I can just copy and paste that, change that to yellow, that's going to be 3. Nope. And that's going to be 4. Okay, so I basically said the same thing as the red ghost, but instead of the red ghost being pushed, instead of the yellow ghost being pushed that way, it's going to be pushing it towards the left. And obviously if he hits the picture box 3 or 4, it's going to reverse its speed. So let's just take a look how that works. So see, now the yellow ghost is moving back and forth, as is the red ghost. So this is going to be the crazy one. That's going to, the movement's going to be slightly unpredictable based on where he lands and stuff. So let's go and do the pink ghost bit. So pink ghost. Oh. Just going to minus equal, let's say x. So that's the left coordinate. Pink ghost dot top is going to be minus equals pink ghost y. Okay. We're going to need a few more. Okay, so if pink ghost dot top is less than 0, or pink ghost dot top is greater than 520, let's say. Okay, so in this case it's going to be ping ghost to y is going to be minus. So we're reversing the y velocity of the ping ghost. Okay, so now if you go to do the x velocity for it as well, because the left is less than 0, or ping ghost dot left is greater than 620. Okay, so ping ghost dot x is equals minus ping ghost dot x. Okay, so it's what this is going to do is it's going to keep the ghost inside of the frame. Okay, so if we take a look now, so see right now it's just going to be bouncing off the frame and it's going to remain inside of it. Okay, so we kind of don't want, I think all of the coins are in front of everybody, so what I want to do is select this and the PAC MAN, just select them all and just say right click and say bring to front. So the coins to be in the background instead of the foreground. It's particularly because we added the coins last. Okay, so now it's in the front. Very nice. Okay, so that's working. What I also want to do is just to add a little bit more interactivity to it. So I want it to sort of bounce off the walls as well. Okay. We don't have to identify all 4 walls this way. We can just go and check it inside the loop. So because we already have a loop that's checking for the walls, so we can say here if ping ghost dot bounds dot intersect with x dot bounds. So right now if it intersects with another picture box and it has a tag of wall, what we want to do is instead of the y, we just wanted to go and ping ghost x to be equals to minus. So instead of the y being changed, just change the x value. Let's see. Okay. Okay then, so let's go and type up the game over function for now. So let's say here, for example, is game over equals to true. So whenever that happens, so we'll change the game timer to stop top. Game timer is going to stop here, and then we need to show a message. So now we don't have that much space over here, so we're just gonna start adding a new line right under it to say if you have won or lost the game. Okay, so you can just do plus equals to this and just say like this as plus equals, and then say environment the new line plus. Okay, and then just go for the message. Oh, no, my mistake. Okay, so say for example when we win, what I want to do is say game over and just say you win. Okay, so let's go and collect all of them. Let's see if the game is over. Okay, cool. So as you can see, the game is over, and then just says you win. You collected. It says 45, and there should be 46. So what we can do here is saying equals to score. Okay, so it doesn't show the most up to date. So if I go collect all of them. Excuse me, ghosts. You guys do your ghostly business. Don't mind me, just collecting coins. Okay, perfect. So now it's showing 46, and then it tells you that we won. Okay, so we also need to do figure out a way to sort of bind the key, enter key, to the game, so it actually reruns the game again. So in this case, we're going to say game over to you lose. Okay, then we can say that again here. Game over to you lose, and inside the key up function, we're going to say if and we want the is game over boolean to be true as well. Okay, so if that is true, so just say reset game. I forgot that part. Okay, so now we're checking if the enter key is released and the game over has to be true, then we run the reset game function, right? So just go over here and say hello. It's scored 9, so I'll come back and then alright, awesome. So now I can collect as many coins as I need. I can try to I touched the wall. Okay, let's see if I touch this guy. Okay, game over. Last bit is the red guy. Game over again, and then it resets the coins as well. So if I touch the wall here, game over, reset the coin, game over, reset the coin, and no, this one. Okay, awesome. So this is the PAC MAN game tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. There's more to come, so I'll see you in the next one.